Hi friends, I'm not a baker by any means, but my mom gave me this mix of Peeps Yellow Cake mix and I could use like a little sweet treat. So we are making cupcakes. So I have had a week. It's Monday. I'm about to log on for work. But I've just been like, I have like 20 something unread text messages. And I finally I don't know if anybody else has had this, probably, where you've like sat on, like somebody did you wrong and you sat on it for so long because you're just like in your head about it and you're afraid to start a fight and whatever. And like, you finally hit this point of like, fuck it, if this costs it, like whatever, like I cannot keep living this way. Like obviously hoping it doesn't cost it, but like understanding it might. I just confronted something like that the other day and we've been trying to touch base, like have a conversation. Like it seems like everything is going to be okay. But we've both just been insanely busy and now I'm almost like hit this like avoidant, like anxious point where I'm like afraid to rock the boat and like afraid to even like have confrontation. And it's so tough. It used to be something I was like so good at, like, oh man, did this like oil over everything because my mom didn't seal it? Yep, that rocks. Some of these are ruined. That's okay. I don't really use them that much anyways. These are like those little like anti-scratch pads. I'm just glad something was there to catch it because that would have been a nightmare. So we're gonna do half a cup of vegetable oil. I think that's what this is. Yeah. Cool. And so yeah, I've just been anxious about it. Like I received a voicemail like discussing things, which I appreciate because we've both just been too busy to have a phone call. And I've just been in my head anxious about it. I got it last night while my boyfriend was on his way over and I didn't want to I didn't know how it was gonna go. So I don't know if anybody else does this, but like I'm afraid to get upset. So I just avoid it. I will say I used to be super anxiously attached and need every answer in 50 different ways. And now I'm just whatever. That's what trauma does, I guess. But I have noticed that I've been avoiding in this and it's not a pattern I'd like to continue. So my goal after procrastinating and making not pancakes, what am I making? Cupcakes will be to have a conversation because I think that's only respectable. I felt wronged and I have my own anxieties and issues with it, but I addressed it 10 o'clock at night and then I've been sort of out of the loop since because life has just been crazy and that's not cool of me. But life and friendships and relationships can be so hard and so messy when it comes down to vulnerability and feelings and just addressing things and having to say when you're hurt by things and it's not easy, but most things worth having are not, and it takes just pushing yourself through these hard moments that feel really scary and difficult to get to the good stuff. So it's a friend I really care about, so I'm excited to work through this. I'm just anxious to have to repeat my needs or rehash something from 2 years ago, but it's clearly still on my mind. So it seems only fair to rehash it, unfortunately. Ooh, and there's cupcake tin. I'm hoping that 3 is enough. I want this one. And I'm hoping I could reuse these, right? If I use the little liner ones. I used to have a cup, like a mini cupcake tray, and it was the best, if I'm being quite honest. Okay, there were 12, so maybe that'll do it. I cannot tell you the last time I made pancakes. Why do I keep thinking these are pancakes? Cupcakes. Oh, and it's my little boy Russ's gotcha day. 5 years ago today, he came home. And so it's a little too gross out to go to a sniff spot, unfortunately. But we will go sometime next week or later this week, maybe. I think I finally got my ear-induced migraines under control. There's some trick that I'll have to show you in case you have them too. That has made my life so much better already, and I need to actually take my Claritin to decongest because I'm not playing with whatever this is. Like, it sucks. I have OCD, like, especially around health, and like I used to Google for reassurance, like it was like a full-time job, and now I'm literally just Googling to be like, how do I get out of pain? Like, I don't care what this is, like, just tell me how to get out of pain and I'll figure it out. Like, I avoid Advil, and I was like, give me the fucking Advil, like, I'll take it. So, all right, these are not going to be the prettiest cupcakes, but they're going to be mine, so I don't care. Oh, come on, we were so close. Fudge. I just cleaned the stove. That's on me for thinking I could do this without making a mess, truthfully. Sure, I'll use some of these. Oh, some mix at the bottom I didn't address. My hand's cramping. I am not made to be a baker. Cool, I'm glad I scraped the bowl. That pretty much was a whole other cupcake. See, it's catching on to me. Cupcake, not pancake. Oh, cool. I like dribble this everywhere. All right, Russet, you gotta watch out, honey bun. Okay. Now we're gonna get burned. We've got one tray of cupcakes. We've got two. And then we've got three. Hey Siri, set a timer for 18 minutes. Cool. You were here yesterday when I cleaned the stove. I've already made it a mess. But that's okay. I also have laundry to put away today. And work to do, of course, you know, employed and all. But it's a pretty low-key day. It's raining. I just want to sit and rot. My boyfriend showed me Survivor yesterday. And I just want to sit and watch all of it. I don't remember what season we're on. He was Googling like what the best seasons were, but it's like the 20-somethingth. One girl threw all the rice in the fire because she was mad at them, and they kept her on for like, I guess 2 more days, episodes. Absolutely wankers bonkers to me. I've never seen it. I used to, like, when we were watching it, I was like, this gives me Endurance vibes. Like, if you ever watched Endurance growing up, that was what I watched with my mom. It's that, but for adults. Apparently, I'm the only one who didn't know that. And I was down for the count for a good minute. This ear thing I've been having going on is awful. It's some, like, it's the tube that begins with an E. I'm gonna mispronounce it, but it's, like, tube dysfunction, and it's, like, having trouble, like, draining my ear from a deviated septum, and like for the past week, like with this pressure change and all this, like whatever, I get such a bad headache, like an earache, that like I can't function for a little bit. So I did that, and then my Amazon package got delivered to the post office for some reason. So I went there. So I know you're wondering what I get. I try and shop on Amazon as little as possible, for reasons, I think, as we all know. But I've been trying to find these specific tabs for my cat. They love these little things, and they keep knocking them off the wall. So let me just put this back on my bedroom wall. Because I ran out of all the sticky tabs for them. So now I have tons of sticky tabs, so they will never go without their face scratching posts. I also got this book. My meditation teacher recommended it to me in December of 2023, and I read half of it like on an ebook. But it is such a good book that like you want to take notes on it and like highlight, like make it messy, and you can't do that on a digital copy, at least in my opinion. So it's called Whole Brain Living. It's about this woman. She's a doctor, and she is a neuroanatomist. And she experienced, was it, a severe hemorrhage in the left hemisphere of her brain, causing her to lose the ability to walk, talk, read, write, or recall any of her life. And this is how she like learned the brain is pretty much in 4 quadrants. And she, when I first read it, she like each part of the brain was like labeled one thing. Like the front left half is Josh, and he likes to go swim and be lazy and relax. And then the front right is Drew. And Drew has a to-do list that's organized and categorized, and nothing is ever missing and nothing is ever late. And I didn't get to the other 2 parts of the brain, but essentially that these parts of the brain, like certain moments, like you are using the Josh part of your brain, or you're using the Drew, or you're using the other 2 people. And it's like almost like a workbook of, she's like, yep, think about these things and what you do in your life and like categorize them. And like, it was just such a smart book. And I cannot wait to dive into it some more. And last but not least, I know you're dying to know what I got. This is what started all of it, because I felt like this is the one thing I couldn't have gotten anywhere else. So ignore, I did make Peeps cupcakes. These are so they were. I totally forgot to check in with y'all later. But, so it's a spice rack for the top of your stove. And it's just magnetized because I had so many things falling into my pots and pans like while I was cooking the other day. And I burnt myself, and I just like had a mini crash out. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy that. But speaking of, we have puppy cake, and we have a guy who has a gotcha day. You want some puppy cake? Okay, 1 second. I also have to record this on my phone because Grandma wants it. You know exactly what this is, my love. Let's get this open. And Russ, this is Russ. He has a really good metabolism, so we don't worry about him. He could eat whatever he wants. Whereas Beanie over here has been on a very strict weight loss program for the past few months. So it's also not her gotcha day. She's just celebrating with her brother. So, fudge. She's going to get that, and he's going to get that. So let me get recording on my phone. Bubba's, you want your cake? Oh, good boy. You want your cake, Bean? Oh, that was my finger. Okay, valid take, girl. When she went to take it, she like got the frosting all over my finger. There you go. It's a whole cakey mess. Like a whole other world. I feel a lot better. And I am just getting ready now because once I'm done with work, I'm going to go to some shops, try and find some things. My boyfriend's birthday is coming up and I want to get some stuff for him. So there's a few stores nearby that I figured I could check out. And then I signed my dog, Russ, the blind one, up for, what is it called? Nose work. And since he's blind and reactive and I keep him in a muzzle, they want me to come and just talk to the guy and like audit a class essentially before officially doing it, even though I already paid and signed up. If anything, I will just have my Corgi Willow go to them and do like some other class. She has done a few like agility classes with them. That's why I'm like, I know them. I like the organization, so I'm fine with that. I reorganized all my makeup stuff and now I'm just trying to figure out where everything is. I don't think I've gotten ready in at least a month because I've just been recovering and it's nice to sometimes put on a little something and feel put together. So that is what we're going for tonight. It's so tricky. I have y'all in my cabinet, like bathroom cabinet, so I can't really even see what I'm doing. So I might have a little compact that I can use so we can keep chatting. So yeah, I do. Look at me go. So Russ's nose wear class is essentially they like have him sniff something and they like tell him to find it. Oops. And I put this Supergoop on my hands. This is the best sunscreen. I'm a big sunscreen girl and this has no white cast. So when I leave the house, I put this on. I have others where like I'm doing yard work or whatever that I can look a little silly because I am fully dedicated to Project Pan and I'm getting rid of everything. I'm literally like, I'm looking at this oil and my mom's probably never gonna see these vlogs. She got this from me like middle school when I was like gaining weight and getting stretch marks. And she's like, these will cover it for you. And like, I know, we have a loss. I know it was well intended, but like, diet culture. And that kind of stuck with me and I'm always like, I need to use it. And then I never use it. So I'm trying to just use it as like a moisturizer now for the second I get out of the shower. Because it's body oil. I should use it. I bought this and I hate it. I hate everything about it. It is an e.l.f. Holy Strokes micro brow fine brow pen. And it's supposed to be liquid and it doesn't do anything at all. So that's fun. But this is my favorite Milk Kush mascara. I always go back to this. I have so many like dinky mascaras that I'll use like if I know honestly I should use them today. If I'm doing something small and like that won't take up a lot of my time, I'll use those because they're like some L'Oreal, I think. I'm gonna tell you what I don't like too. My mom got them in the multi-pack from Costco, so I'm so big on like using everything until it's dead. So I find ways to use it instead of being wasteful. Oh my gosh, my sink's getting full. It's, L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I don't like these, but I have like 5 of them. So, all right. There goes the powder. This was actually such a sweet gift. My friend Shannon gave this to me as part of the bridesmaid proposal box she set up for us, like when she asked me to be her bridesmaid. And it's just like the perfect little set. I am a super neutral girly. I used to actually have a YouTube channel back in the day. I think I've deleted all the videos, but it was just all makeup content, and I used to do like black lipstick and like the super cut crease, and like I love makeup like that, but of course the trends have changed and it's just something I don't enjoy anymore. Like even now I'll pack for a trip and I'll have like one tiny little bag of makeup and I was like, I will not forget when like I needed like this much space for makeup. And I would spend hours a day doing it. And, like, it is beautiful and it's a fun art form. Like, I do still like it from time to time. But I'm just not on that life path anymore. I'm going to put a little makeup on down here. Oh, it's locked. Cool. Unlock, please. Oh, that's locked. Oh, there we go. Okay, good thing I'm not wearing this out. I just saw foundation go somewhere. And this is way too much anyways. For my foundation, I just buy like whatever there is at Marshall's and I use it until it's broken. When I used to be like super into makeup, I would literally be like VIB Rouge, which was like spending $1,000 a year on makeup, and I could not conceptualize that now. Or skincare, like whatever they have. But it's some like, I like Bare Minerals because it tries to be on the more natural side, but this like, I've traveled with it everywhere and it's just like exploded. And again, I will use it until it breaks. So I just keep it to the side a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna put any eyeshadow or anything on. I've tried to like separate everything into a bag to make it a little easier for me as I use everything and go through it all. I don't know where that tiny dot of makeup went. I'll find it later. And yeah, apparently we had like crazy wind the other day. When I was sleeping, it was like gusts of 55 miles an hour. I couldn't sleep. And I lost power a little bit that next day, I think, or that day. Only for a few hours. National Grid's like really good. But some neighbors, I heard my dog sitter was over today and she was saying a lot of her friends are still out of power or just got it back today. So like well over 24 hours without power, which is scary. I've learned my last house was on gas and like gas heat. And so I never thought anything of it, but my entire house here is electric, which I prefer, just for like ease of bills and everything. But it does make me nervous that like when the power goes out, like I have no source of heat. So there's definitely a generator in my future. I don't know if you could see it because my little screen died, but like there's a little G-Rat. Get off. I just cleaned his eye goopies before, so he's kind of pissed at me. Hey friends, I have had a lot of anxiety today, which means I have this rule. So I have OCD, especially around my health, and it took over my life for a period of time. It gave me agoraphobia, like I struggled with jobs, friendships, like everything. And I've worked really hard to get out of it, but OCD is a lifelong journey. It doesn't just go away. And so I have this rule for myself that I made in recovery that if I feel anxious for an extended period of time, like 6+ hours, like focusing on like my breathing, like my physical symptoms and stuff like that, I will get out of the house and go do something, which when I was agoraphobic, like I couldn't leave bed for days. So this is a way of me like continuing to practice like exposure therapy and push myself when I'm anxious and I'm uncomfortable and I'm scared. And either way, I do have to go out tonight at 6:00. I have an audit, like I'm auditing a class that my dog just signed up to take. They want me to like meet everybody first. So I'm going to go without him. So everybody's fed and taken care of. It's 4:15 now and the class isn't until 6. And there's some stores over there. My boyfriend's birthday is coming up, so I want to go get him some stuff. And yeah, I am very anxious. I can talk about that. Like I do a lot of advocacy on social media, at least on Instagram and like TikTok sometimes. But like I've had a few health issues. Like I had an ovarian cyst burst in December and I will occasionally get like pain in that area. And my OB keeps like writing it off and GI wants to look into it. And it's just taking a while, like with my surgery recovery. And I'm like, is this cancer? Is this? And it's like realistically, like that area is going to hurt on occasion in relation to your cycle because of the ovarian cyst that just burst. And I just like get in my head about it. And I'm like, I have hip bone pain too. I've had the bone pain looked into years ago as well. But then I'm like, are they connected? Like, is this all a sign? Like, blah, blah. And it's just so hard I focus on that. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, am I having trouble breathing? Like, did it spread to my lungs? And like talking to you, I can laugh about it and be like, wow, this is outlandish. But it is such a real fear that like, even while I'm talking to you, like my brain is physically scanning my body for symptoms and it can be very hard to unlock. And the only way for me a lot of the times to get out of it is just to actually go do something else and be so distracted that I can't really think of anything, which can sometimes be an avoidance technique, but it can also be an exposure. So it's like, it's hard to know the difference on when, but like, I know tonight I need to go show up for my boy and get his classes all settled. And this is like my only opportunity to go shopping for my boyfriend. So like, I want to be able to go do those things. Actually, I can do a little bit on Saturday, but either way, like, I want to make sure that I am not just waiting till the last minute because again, I also do have chronic illness and sometimes it flares really bad. I've had that earache for the past like week on and off. I think I finally got it to a good spot. But sometimes things just take me out and I don't know when. So it's like, okay, I'm feeling okay. I'm just a little anxious. We're gonna go and we're gonna have fun. And it's 33 degrees out. I'm like, do I open the sunroof? Like, I have such a nice sunroof. But I'll probably just lower the windows a little bit. Some like country breeze. Okay, so our first line of business is going to Wendy's. I heard that they changed the menu. Oh no, I see a $4 Biggie bag. Biggie Bites. No, I want the Biggie bag. They increased the price by $1. Anyways, so this is how I start my little treat yourself. I go to this like area that has a McDonald's and a Wendy's. The Wendy's is just easier to go to and honestly cheaper. So I go to Wendy's and get like a Biggie bag, have my little self-care, little snack, that I don't need to worry about cooking. And then I'm going to hit up Marshall's. There were so many cute little local shops that I want to go to. I just like drove past them and totally forgot.
Fusion is here. What can I get for you?
Hi, can I have the $6 Biggie bag, please, with spicy nuggets?
We have the following options. Which one would you like?
The junior cheeseburger, please.
Which sauce and drink for the junior cheeseburger Biggie bag?
Ranch and ketchup, please, and a Diet Coke.
Anything else I can get for you?
That should be it. Thank you.
Want to add a $3 key tag for a free Frosty at each visit?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Please pull up to the next window.
Okay, the AI thing really freaks me out, but I've really been loving my no scroll. Like, I even brought my book to read with me. This is the cutest case. I'm not like, I am always looking for the cheapest deal of everything online, but I love this Kindle. I really wanted it in the navy blue, because I hated the paperweights and how A, they were more expensive, but B, the color didn't go to the front. Like, I hated that with iPhones when like you get a white one and like the front would be black. Like, it didn't make sense to me. So I really I love that this is like all one color. And then this was like a really cute thing. I think I got this on Amazon, unfortunately, but like it's like an embroidered little case and it was like $20 something, which I'm not normally a fan of, but I've had this Kindle for years and I love it. It's definitely a little too big for the Kindle, but sometimes like I'll take this to the beach and just like shove my keys and something in here and it is perfect. And then I also have my little fanny pack. I've been loving this since I've been on crutches. I'm just giving you like a what's in my bag tour. I have my wallet. I need to look and see if I have enough cash for my tattoos on Saturday, because I really hate the ATM. So I have $100 and I'm getting 2. So they're $80 a piece. So what is that? 140 or 160? So I've got 160 right here. I don't have enough for a tip. Actually, I might have. Yeah, I've got like $20 for a tip. Oh, I'm in park. That's embarrassing. So yeah, I have enough for a tip. This rocks. I don't have to go to the ATM. I hate ATMs with all of my existence. So yeah, so 100, yeah. Okay. And then I've got 20 for a tip. That rocked. I love counting money with you guys. I hope you're enjoying this. So now that's settled. That's in my purse. I need this out to pay. I have my car keys. I got this at a little women's fest that Shannon and I went to at one of the local dispensaries. And I just thought it was perfect to like hold my keys. I always have a protein bar on me because sometimes my blood sugar crashes and I feel like crap. My boyfriend got me this chakra worry stone that I use sometimes when I fidget or at meditation. And then my mom got me these boom boom nasal sticks. And they just like, they wake you up. Like, I didn't realize you're supposed to shove them up your nose, but like shoving them up the nose and then doing like one sniff, like it wakes me up. So sometimes if I'm anxious or I'm just having trouble being a human, I'll use that. I also have a butter gloss, and then I have this lip lab. My friend took us to ask us to be like in her wedding party, and we made 2 custom, like a lipstick and a lip gloss, or like a lip balm, which I think this is. And it's so good. If you ever need a fun activity to do with your girls, lip labs, they're like in major cities. We went to one in New York. I've been in the one in Nashville. It's just like so fun. And I cherish every single one I make. And the website it's from the company Bite. And I used to always love their lipsticks. And they actually keep all of your little recipes online. So like if you run out, you could order it. So they're a little pricier, but like you get this whole experience and you could really custom make it to your tones. And like I walked out of there so happy with everything I had. So that's what I'm rocking today in my little fanny pack. I could actually, when I was in Punta Cana this past summer, the Kindle fits in here. So that's great in case I want it for agility later, but I'm hoping not. I want to be like present and watching the whole time. So I'm still waiting for my food. All right, so we've got a diva update on the food. The Diet Coke definitely like ran out. I don't know if you're like a snob like me, but this is see-through. And it just tastes like seltzer. So, oh well. That's a life error. And then I asked for ranch and I got signature sauce, which who knows? This could very well be a happy accident and I could really like this. This is something my OCD really hates having me do, is try new things. I'm always convinced I'm allergic to it. So this is what an exposure is, in case anybody's wondering. I like that. I really like ranch with my spicy nuggets, but this is okay. These are happy accidents. This wouldn't happen without being able to have humans make human mistakes and learn from them, which I am down for. So we are back to being anti-AI. Yeah. Okay, so minor technical difficulties. Took me about 5 minutes to get the camera going. I am not good at recording in stores. I don't know what it is. I don't like people feeling like they're being recorded. I don't like talking to the camera when nobody's around, like when people are around. I honestly don't enjoy watching on the move vlogs. Like I've said, like I get super nauseous like if a camera's shaking with somebody's hand, and like this has stabilization built in for like a decent bit, but like not constant. So I figured I'd give you a haul of what I got. So I have a big thing for Marie objects. So this is a cat food bowl, and on the back it says everybody wants to be a cat. One of my cats is named Berlioz from the Aristocats. It's like one of my favorite movies, or like comfort kid movies. I don't really watch it anymore. I'm like, ooh, do I have to put this up after my boyfriend's birthday? I think so. So I got like a happy birthday bag at the store, and I got him he's been really into tea lately, so I got him some chai, and I'm going to go to my local apothecary, and I'm gonna go to Walmart probably, and maybe Thrift, I don't know, get him like a cute mug and a bunch of different teas to try, because I think that could be fun. I got these for myself, chocolate chip marshmallows. Let's do a live result because I did not get a sweet treat at Wendy's. And there's something about me is like, I do not want savory in my mouth. Like after I'm done eating, I want a sweet treat. So these are like homemade marshmallows. Correct. Okay, 1 second. I'm taking another one of those. And these were on clearance for $5. So, I've had my eyes on these for literal years. The milk jelly tints. This is something that like I'm really excited to like keep in my bag like for summer and just like use as a little blush. Honestly, I'm having a little bit of purchase regret just because I'm like, what do you mean? But like, it's kind of cute. I'm like in this parking spot and there's people pulling in all over near me, so this is a decent exposure. I will say the only part of today that I hated was as I was leaving, like I just was getting overheated in the store, but there was a woman next to me who was a little bit older. I saw her like going through the aisles and we kind of like acknowledged each other, and then when I came to check out, she was like, oh, there's only one person. And I was like, yeah, like she kind of like got close to me, like moved up, and I was kind of like, oh, there's only one person. And then she was like, oh, so how long are you in that boot for? Because I'm still in my boot. And I was like, it's been about 8 weeks. So I think I'm honestly losing track of time. But she was like, oh, well, that stinks. I was like, yeah, I was trying to plan it all to like be ahead of it for spring. And she's like, yeah, that's a good idea. And like, I just wish her a nice day. And she ended up checking out next to me. And like, she had blueberry towels. And I feel like more got on my fingers than on my cheeks. But she had blueberry like towels and pot holders and like L'Oreal skincare, and I was just like, this is like, girlhood never ends. And it was just like a cute moment. So you could take your opinions on if that did anything. I feel like this is like $20 in Sephora. I got it for 10. So I don't hate it. I also needed a new hair towel. Mine is like So, you know when towels just like lose their absorbency and they're like stiff and like stained and gross? It's like at the point that this hair towel that I've been using, I have like 2 that I have in a rotation. This one is going to get retired and be used as like paint cloths or whatever. So I found this one that was really cute. It was only $6 and it's embroidered, so I thought it would really like match my bathroom. I like my vibe. So I got that, and that was it. I spent like $35. I used to go to TJ Maxx, like Marshalls. I used to have like a really bad shopping problem, and I would buy everything. Like there are so many things in there today that I was like, don't really need it. And I was super glad that I just like put it down and walked away. I need to see how far away this class is. I redid my entire phone today to try and have like a home phone and an out phone that like just let me do what I need to do. And I'm kind of getting used to like where everything is. Like I took everything off. Like I moved maps, because that's the thing. I don't know if you have an iPhone, but like here's the iPhone. Let me make sure you can see this. So like here's the iPhone, and these are like all the apps, like my home screen. And then over here there's like widgets. So it's like I could literally just have them on there as like another home screen. So I started doing that. All right, are y'all turning or what? Because you're going like a bat out of hell. Anyways, so we decided to skip Walmart because I pulled up and there was state troopers outside. So not my business. So class tonight was a really good experience. At first I was like overwhelmed with the questions I was being asked. I was like, this is a beginner class. I haven't taught him how to like do anything. Like I want to learn. But then it progressed really well. And one of the other attendees has a reactive German Shepherd. So I know that I'll be in good company of learning to just work through his reactions and understanding some days are better than others. And then I feel so bad. I stayed for the later class just to see the difference between the two. And this woman was talking to me and telling me about where she lived, and I used to live nearby, in the area of Connecticut. And I like mentioned moving, and she's like, oh yeah, blah, blah. So like I thought for a second that she had moved also, and I was like, yeah, Massachusetts is much better, which like yes, but like I wouldn't have actively said that to somebody had I known they were like living in Connecticut. And she like just kind of got quiet, and I was like, oh okay, like it didn't clock to me at that moment. And when we walked her to the cars, like I stopped and I was like, your dog did really great tonight, like blah blah blah, and like I was complimenting her, and I steered into a car with Connecticut license plates, and I was like, I didn't mean that meanly, like I still like that area, I like Massachusetts more. But I'm excited. He will start on Wednesday. I probably won't bring anything or record him for a bit. My focus is just going to be on getting him comfortable and confident, my happy little guy. And